today's walk-around video, I want to present you a very spectacular Porsche 911. This is the 2023 Porsche 911 Sport Classic. One of 1,250 units for the entire world, so a very limited production run of this very special Porsche 911. Congratulations to the owner on this allocation, an instant collectible Porsche, and thanks so much also for the owner for allowing me to do a walk-around video on your brand new Porsche. So in today's video, we're going to highlight the build specifications on this specific car and of course talk about the 911 Sport Classic in general. Now the Sport Classic name goes back in the Porsche brand for many years. Also the 997 generation was produced as a Sport Classic, also therefore a very limited production run. In this case, Porsche is producing 1,250 units for the entire world, which again is a very limited production number and makes me think very similar to, for example, 991 911Rs that Porsche produced in 2016. Overall, it's one of the biggest projects that the Porsche exclusive manufacturer department has ever done. So thank you so much for this amazing job and what an incredible outcome the final car has become. So let's start here with the front, where we can see that the 911 Sport Classic is mostly based on the 911 Turbo or 911 Turbo S. So the front bumper design based on the Turbo S with this beautiful shape. You can see also a very large fixed lower lip section here, which is different to the Porsche active aerodynamics of the Turbo and the Turbo S. Also the slats here of the intakes painted in high gloss black. And of course also the color, this is the Sport Classic Grey specific to the Sport Classic 911. The same also here for the stripes. So you can see these beautiful stripes that are actually painted, so that's not a decal. It's within the paint of the vehicle, starting on the hood and then continuing over the double bubble roof, which we'll see in a second. The hood is also made out of carbon fiber, which is different to the Turbo and Turbo S, where it's made out of aluminum. So again, very special detail also there. Being based, of course, on the Turbo or Turbo S body, it uses the widest body for the 911 of the 992 generation. Look at the front fenders in terms of width, also the rear fenders. These spectacular LED matrix headlights. And this classic positioning. I've talked many times about the positioning of the headlights on the 992. Also the overall design, very similar to the classic 930 Turbo in terms of basic design and lines. With this long hood, the squareness here of the hood. And again, the positioning of the headlights. It's a beautiful Sport Classic Grey, the special painted lines starting on the hood, continuing over the roof. Let's look at the roof. As I said, double bubble, very unique, typically only seen on the RS models within the 911 lineup. And again, going back to that classic design of back in the day, so iconic, the double bubble concept on the roof design. Looking on the side, we can see also very special wheels. So the Turbo and Turbo S. The Turbo S always used center locking wheels as standard. Now for the Sport Classic, Porsche designed a modern version of the classic Fuchs design, still center locking, 20 inches in the front, 21 inches in the back. Right behind it you can also see the PCCB, the Porsche carbon composite brake system as standard on the Sport Classic. And you can see that the brake calipers were painted in high gloss black by the Porsche exclusive manufacturer department. So beautiful, the classic Fuchs design in the modern version, especially on the 992. Also the ride height, of course, of the vehicle looking stunning with these wide fenders. Very, very nice. Also the badge here, now some of you will recognize here the Porsche exclusive manufacturer badge on the side. Also seen, for example, on the 911 Turbo S exclusive series, a very limited production run within the 991 generation Porsche. You can see that the mirror housing has been fully painted in Sport Classic Grey. And here on the side also the classic racing livery with the number on the side and the Porsche letters on the bottom section. Again, that classic look, kind of dating back to the 73 RS, looking very spectacular. The same for, of course, the window trim around the windows in that classic metal, looking so nice. And again, the 21 inches on the back. Wheel size the same as the Turbo S, again center locking also. High performance tires, of course. Now also a very special mechanical setup, and that's why it was also one of the biggest projects for the Porsche exclusive manufacturer department, is that the engine is the 3.8 liter twin turbo flat 6, the same as the Turbo and the Turbo S, but now rear wheel drive instead of all wheel drive, and it's the return of the manual transmission. So a 911 turbo engine, rear wheel drive, manual transmission, made this one of the biggest mechanical projects that Porsche exclusive manufacturer has ever done. And what an amazing outcome. Again, 1,250 units for the entire world. An amazing accomplishment. Again, getting here to the back, you can see the clear tail lights or exclusive design tail lights going all the way across. And again, let's look at the width of these fenders here on the back. The sport exhaust system here on the bottom section as standard. Beautiful sound, in my opinion, very similar to the GT2 RS of the 991.2 generation. 543 horsepower, again rear-wheel drive, manual transmission, so they did have to reduce the engine power in terms of drivability with the manual transmission and the rear-wheel drive. Of course, they're so powerful now. Also, of course, iconic, the classic ducktail, fixed rear wing, so very different to the Turbo and the Turbo S. Again, the Porsche Active aerodynamics are not in the front, and also the adjustable rear wing not on the back, but the fixed ducktail. And again, you can see that striping that started on the hood continues all the way here on the back. Once again, that is painted. It's not a decal or sticker. Incredible quality and finish. You can also see there the Porsche Heritage, black here on the back on the engine deck. Again, going back to the classic days, indicating the very limited and special run of this car. Also the same with the gold finish on the Porsche letters in the taillight and the model designation here on the back. 911 Sport Classic. Beautiful details, the color, the gold accents, the aluminum window trim, the center locking Fuchs inspired wheels, the exhaust system, being rear-wheel drive, manual transmission, the double bubble roof. Such an incredible specification. Also here on the bottom, the side skirts painted, as you can see, in the Sport Classic gray. Wow, incredible. I'm kind of speechless. What a beautiful specification. Let's have a look on the inside, where we are basically treated by, again, just this classic, very special interior. This is the black classic cognac interior. And the word classic there is very important, as it's not the same cognac as we do on the other Porsche 911 models. So this is the classic cognac, a different cognac color to the other ones. And also here with the Pepita seat inserts in the middle. And go back into the 1970s and look at these Porsches from back in the day. And how cool is this that Porsche brought back that classic interior into the modern day 911. And again, 1250 units for the world. Look at the fit and finish here on the door panel. The black leather on the top. The classic cognac in the middle section, the lower section. The Pepita in the middle. Wow. Sport Classic also LED illuminated here on the side sill. The GT Sport steering wheel with Sport Chrono package. And there's this 7-speed short shifter. So again, another difference. Similar to the GTS setup of the 992. So we have a short shifter 7-speed for the Sport Classic. The Porsche crest also embossed, as you can see, in the headrests. We have the leather inlay also going all the way across on the dashboard. On the side of the dashboard, as you can see, the floor mats with the beautiful classic edging, leather edging also. This one is optionally equipped with the aluminum pedals there on the bottom section. And there on the side, all the way on the passenger side, you can see a model, the 911 badge. And that shows the actual production number of the vehicle. So again, 1250 units for the entire world. And each specific Sport Classic has its own production number, its limited edition number. They will never make another Sport Classic with this specific number again. Such incredible detail. Same here for the instrument dial in front of the driver. You can see there the background finished in the classic green. The same for the Sport Chrono clock on top of the dashboard. Once again, finished in that classic green. I'm really speechless. Such a incredible accomplishment of the Porsche exclusive manufacture department, both on the outside as the inside. The engineering behind it to go rear-wheel drive, to go manual transmission. Also, by the way, we forgot to talk about the intake system. As you notice, it is a Turbo or Turbo S body, but it does not have the intakes on the side. So just for 1250 units, this wide-body turbo setup without the intakes here on the side, having to re-engineer, of course, the airflow going into the 3.8 flat 6 here on the back with the ducktail. So all the aerodynamic work that all had to be done. The setup for the chassis, for the suspension, aerodynamics, of course. Wow, what an incredible engineering and design accomplishment of Porsche. Thank you so much once again to the owner for allowing me to do a walk around video on your 2023 Porsche 911 Sport Classic.